a Red Bull collaborator. That means that they've worked together and whatnot. No, because I got the American class instead. just so I can get a read of the room, and I want you to be very honest, very vulnerable right now. A show of hands, if you feel like the movement that I just went over was super difficult or challenging or extreme, raise your hand please. Cool. So I'm gonna up it up some. Cool? Cool?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just communicating because I'm getting mixed signals from everybody in the room, so I was like, let me just ask. Okay?
It was fun.
Word. That was my first time speaking without saying anything.
It was so fun.
I was like thinking, I'm hoping everybody, I don't know, I just wanted to try it out because one of the people that I look up to, he's also one of the pioneers of house. He goes by Seifu. He teaches fairy dance in Manhattan. That's his very world famous style of teaching where he does not say a word. And I've seen some of his classes, I haven't taken them, but I was curious if the way that I teach would be able to align with him. So I was literally just thinking with him about that to see how that would affect my class. Alright, I just wanted to just pick your brains for a second. Also, at any point, if anybody feels like they are not able to grasp something, please do not be shy. I'm really big on making sure that people don't feel like they can't get something. So even if it means that I have the rest of the class show something and I walk you over to the side and just talk to you about it for a second, don't hesitate, okay? Right. Let's keep it going. Shift down. Wait, try it again. Here, here, here. Depending on how much you want to spring up, is going to determine obviously how much momentum you have to stand up. So if I put all of my energy into getting up, I have all this extra spin that I can apply if I choose. If you want to keep it more light, don't lean in as you're coming up. So you could just keep it here. Come up very gently versus, and I have all this extra momentum. So I want anybody to decide how much spin or rotation that you want to add. So we all should technically look a little different as we're going out, depending on how much lift you want. And I'm going to leave that up to everybody. Any questions so far? Now the time before we continue. Hearing all questions, I'll keep pushing. One, twice. Okay. Let's run it back. dolphin. I do not expect for everybody to be able to catch themselves 100%, depending on your strength level, depending on your fitness level. But again, ideally, after we jump, right? After we jump, spin, we're gonna step up, and come over. We're using the momentum of the gravity from the floor to pull us down. At no point should you be going like that. You should be, again, step, extend, and not here, and coming all the way around. It's very similar to, I don't know if you know a cartwheel. If you can't, I'm sorry. But, I'm so sorry. But assuming that you can, it feels very similar to when you step and you allow that momentum to kind of carry you over. We're going to do the same thing when we're going to the floor. Okay? Try to think of an easier alternative for some of us that might have difficulty hitting the floor. Okay, so if you're having difficulty hitting the floor with this, raise your hand, please. Be honest, please. There's 2 people.
I mean, I don't know if I'm doing it correctly, but I got to the floor somehow.
Okay, so I'll be able, let me, thank you. And raise your hands again. 1, 2. This is for you to do that. And anybody else that wants to try it as well. Here, step, 1, 2, here. I want you to switch your feet. Dive, roll. So I'm seeing you go like this.
Yeah.
I want you to exaggerate. Like, I mean, I believe that move is also called magic Mike. I don't know if anybody gets that reference, but you do. So, yeah, so you want to add, some flow to it. It's not like we're just extending down like you're like a wave. The best way I can describe it. Okay? For everybody else, if we're all comfortable, again, jump, spin, step, extend, come all the way down, just like that. Keep in mind that I'm not pausing at all. I'm catching myself with one arm, and I'm allowing the momentum to do the rest, and I'm just rolling out. Okay? I don't know how everybody looks, to be honest, because I wasn't really looking, but can we just drill that last part for a little bit, and then you can add everything together. Yeah, let me just get 3 sets, and then we'll run everything together. I'll keep the music rolling for now. 5, 6. So I just want to see, after the count of 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and here, step, over, down. Okay? Keep in mind that I'm also not landing 100% on my chest while I'm kind of on my side here. So, you're not necessarily like hitting your chest or your breast, but you're physically coming down, and it's more towards my rib, actually. But I can feel some of the weight here. So if you're like landing directly here, try to remember that just for your own comfort, try to come more down to your side versus like directly on your chest. Okay? So just try that 3 times without me, and 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, go. And down. So I see the majority of the class is being very cautious. I'm seeing a lot of this here. Versus the actual, adding like that wave. But again, that's going to take time. But as long as everybody's aware, that's just something that you probably have to just work on your own time. Try 2 p.m. Try to add everything together. Do it 3 more times. And then that is it. Alright? Do you guys need me? Yes or no? Because I'm going to take your silence as a no. That way I can focus on how you guys look. But if anybody needs direction, I got you. I got you. Thank you for being honest. I'm also teaching a breathing class right now, if you're interested. And lastly, if this is your first time meeting me, I also record my classes. I'm a really big advocate of you getting into the habit of looking at yourself. I know a lot of people cringe and they are not comfortable looking at themselves move, but I think that is honestly the most effective way to just learn when you're not dancing. So I am more than happy to send the footage your way if you're interested. The best way to reach me would be on Instagram, and I'm B-Boy Static on there. And if you're not on Instagram, I can give you my number or my email, whatever you prefer. And if you have any questions, I got 3 minutes to kill before I start my breaking class. Thank you guys for coming. That was it.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Is the breaking class a lot of spinning too? I feel like a little spin now.
I mean, today I was going to be working more on footwork.
Okay.
So, like, I can show you a couple.
I think
Yeah, I mean, just more stuff on the floor, you know, movement like that.
Okay.
And I think it is a lot more of a workout, and I do think that one dance does complement the other. So a lot of people that take like my house classes, I tell them, if you want to build a lot more comfort when it comes to floor work in particular, or just strength in general, like breaking is the reason why like I don't go to the gym anymore, is because it's so physically exhausting on my body. Like used to go to the gym, and that's not to say not to go to the gym.
but it's like
It was just so intense that I just physically couldn't take it. But yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So bad news. It is sold out. Yeah, and it's like in like that small there were like 2 companion seats to handicap people. And I was just like, damn. But apparently it's supposed to be 2 days. And the day that I was looking at was on Sunday, so I didn't see anything for the Saturday show, so I need to pay for that. Because I didn't see anything for Saturday, but on the flyer it says the 13th and 14th, which is Saturday and Sunday, so I'm really confused about it. I really like, I wanted to commit, and I know you said you were interested, my friends said you were interested. I was going to ask my partner too if she was down. Even though she's not like into Final Fantasy, but she's really into like live music, so yeah. So I'll see what we can do. Yeah, it's like the constant thing that you can't play. It's like this. And again, I felt the same thing when it came to like and yeah, it was like full. It was full. So I was just like, oh my god, I can't wait to hear about it. So I think there are like a lot of viewers who think about it. It's like common or maybe foundational top rock step. This is called the Indian step, which is a Native American reference. And then we're gonna go into a very salsa heavy inspired step after we have an idea of the Indian step. I'm going to be giving you and only you part of your variations of what they're going to do with your higher level stuff. Cool. Okay. So, this is not for you. This is for them, and then once they get situated, I'm going to give you something harder. Now you know this. Actually, you should practice it every day, actually. So, do the easy version and the hard version. So, left leg, we're going to start, we're going to kick it forward, just like that. That is going to be step number 1. We jump and switch. That is step number 2. This right leg is going to hop over our left leg. Hips and chest are then going to go to the left. That is step 3. And we switch our feet. That is step 4. And to get back into step 1, we are going to turn our hips and our chest towards the mirror and kick at the same time. And 3, 2, 1, turn and kick. Just like that. This foot is still up. Because now we're right back into step 1. Jump and switch. That's step 2. Hop over and our foot. That's step 3. And switch your feet in place. And that's step 4. Turn and kick. That's 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. Any questions so far? From the top? Yeah. Okay. So again, step 1, we kick. Left foot. Step 2, jump and switch. Step 3, we hop over. Step 4, switch your feet. Going back into step 1, turn and kick. Step 2, we switch. Step 3, we hop over. Step 4, we switch in place. And then turn and kick back into step 1. Switch your feet for 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If everybody's comfortable with that step, I can increase the speed. If you are not comfortable with me increasing the speed, you can stay at a lower rhythm, but this is for everybody else that wants to pick it up or not, okay? I'm going to drill that step to actually try to match the BPM, so I'm pretty much going to start out slow, and then I'm going to double that speed. And I want you to try your best to try to keep up with me, okay? One, for everybody to drill all 3 of those speeds to the best of your ability. If you're still stuck on level 1, stick at that level 1 pace. Once you get comfortable with that, try level 2. Same thing goes to level 2, then go to level 3. If you're absolutely sure that you can drill the level 3 speed, which is what we just did, then I'm gonna have you do what I'm about to teach here in the corner. Okay? But for now, I'm gonna put a timer. If you get stuck, please raise your hand. I'll come over to you individually. But as of right now, you are working by yourself and just drilling that step. And then eventually we're gonna come back together as a class and try it again. Starting now. Something that I'm noticing across the room. I want you to try to think that while you're top rocking and while you're doing any of these movements, it's very reminiscent of really similar to as if you're jogging or you're walking, and not unless you're being super intentional about this. Ideally, like when you're walking, you're swaying your arms like this, right? Like you don't walk like this. And if you do, I don't know. But ideally, I'm used to seeing people do this, or like if you're running, you're here. So I'm noticing a lot of people that are holding their arms like this. You know, so it makes it look a little less unnatural, versus if I'm here, I'm swaying my arms. For each kick, I'm swaying those arms, okay? I'm not just like keeping it here. I So again, just get into the habit of using those arms, please. I think it's going to make you look a lot less stiff as well. And eventually, once you get more comfortable with the step, you can start adding more style with your arms. You spoke about this in my house class already, where, you know, aside from you just going like this, you can also use your arms at different points while your footwork is doing different things, and that's going to talking about polyrhythm, which is a more higher level thing that I don't want to get into just yet. But this is all just to say, please be conscious to use those arms. Okay? So let's try to do it together. I'm going to start really slow. I'm going to then pick up the speed. Then I'm going to go into the sprint. By show of hands, is anybody curious to see what I showed him? If you feel like you want to try it?
I want to see.
Oh, yeah? Sure. All right. So basically what I was telling him, Roxanne, I think you might be the only person that recognizes this because you take my class on Monday. So
yeah, no, I can't do it, I think.
okay, well, you should at least recognize it. But after we hit 1, 2, kick, jump, step, spin, back into the step. Okay? So if you want to try that step, after you have that full sprint going here, right? When I bring my left leg back, I'm going to tighten it with the whole class. I'm going to say, I'm probably going to just do probably 2 on each side, and then when it's time for the jump, I'm going to do 1, 2, and step, jump, step, and go right back into the step. Okay, so if anybody wants to try that, you can. But he's still getting it now, so I'll be very shocked if anybody's able to get it, just from saying it once. But yeah. Then after this, we're going to go over a couple different transitions that we call go down. So these are just movements to get us safely down to the floor. Again, for those of you that take my house class, it's the same concept, but I think these transitions are a little bit more, I don't want to say aggressive, but intense, or explosive, or dynamic. They're, I don't know, they're a little bit more lively. I'm trying to, yeah. But for now, just follow my lead and just try your best to keep up, all right? This next step technically still falls within the realm of top rock, but we're going to also use this as a segue into our transition to the floor. So after we are done with our Indian step, I'm going to go at the medium speed to demonstrate, which will look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, I am going to step over, spin, and that's one way that we can get back to the vault. So instead of me just going like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and kind of this always stopping here, I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, here, step, here, spin. It's another one. I'm going to just show you a small amount of different ways to kind of get back into your neutral position while you're standing, so that way at any point when you're ending this step, it's not like a really awkward, abrupt stop where you're like, oh, and come back here. So that could look like here, or you could do that, or you can do, I want you all to understand that whatever I decide to do is not what I'm expecting for you all to do by default. This is just things that I just naturally default to, but if you notice that while you're practicing this step, right, and when you want to get out of the step, if you want to go, and now you're back here, that's all you. I'm really big on making sure that we understand the creative process of breaking as well, because I'm a really big advocate of learning how to freestyle. And I know like the last class, we were doing a lot of choreo stuff, and I just like to mix the back sometimes. But I'm really big, at least with the breaking, that we have our own understanding of what we want to do to connect movement together. So I'm here just to give you the tools for foundation, like okay, this is the Indian stuff. Now how do you connect Indian stuff to another stuff? Again, that could look like, and now I'm here doing a different step. So even while you're listening to me go over movement, I encourage everybody in the room to kind of just take time to just play with the steps and understand that you don't have to look exactly like me, because I don't want that either. I want you to kind of figure out what feels good for you. The only way you can figure that out is from you just experimenting with the movement. So obviously you can use me as like a reference point, but ultimately I want you to play with the steps. Okay? So whatever you decide to do after you exit this step, and I'm going to give the class like a 5, 6, 7 go, that could look like, again, here, spin, and now you're here, you're just rocking and waiting for the count. Or again, that could look like here, and then you're just waiting for the step. I want us to play with that small transition point for this next step that we're about to go over right now, which is then going to take it down to the floor. But that step looks like this. We're going to take our left leg. I'm going to step over. This is going to be our 1. I'm stepping over. This is going to be our 2. Again, my saying sure recognize this. You go over this before 2. Is this familiar so far? Okay. that's for you naturally. If you get stuck, raise your hand. How do we feel? We all have at least one move or a set of movement that we're comfortable with? Show of hands if you got something. 2 people. 3. 4. If you do have something, raise your hand with confidence. If I ask you to, I'm not going to do this, but if I were to ask you to come and demonstrate, and you know for a fact that you have something that you can do to transition you out of the Indian step into the next movement, please raise your hand high. If you have one thing. So the next movement is going to go into 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to use that as the transition to go down. But it's going to start in like the top rock position, and eventually we're going to change the level. Okay? But for you two at the end that don't have anything, if you still can't think of anything, I can give you something. Okay? Okay, it's okay. You're good, you're good. So, just for you two, try this. So, you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Step back, come down. We're going to spin to the left in 3, 2, 1. Boom. So from that position, here, spinning over my left shoulder, this way, here, boom. Yeah. And the reason why I want you to bend down, so I think we end here. Okay, so here, yeah, so from here, we bend this space. Right here, sorry, we end here. Then we bring this down. And you come down lower. And we're going to use our arms and whip it over this way to help you spin over to your left. Boom. And now we're here. So the goal is to get back to this position. And then once we get here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? How does that feel? That's good? You sure? Okay, alright. Does anybody else need something to roll on, or are we on that off step? Okay, cool. Let's try it together. And 5, 6, 5, and 5, 6, starting slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, we're just going to do 1 right foot kicks, just like that. After we kick, we are going to transition, again, our bottom from our left heel to our right heel. And switch arms. And now from here, this left foot is going to slide around. Very similar to what we did in-house earlier, where we're going to slide over our left shoulder, just like that. Okay? Max as well, I'm going to give you something harder. Cool. So let's try that together. The music died. Alright. So let me demonstrate everything. That's cool? Everybody can see a clear picture? it would be, I think, really not okay for me not to just talk about, you know, like the cypher culture, because, you know, this is how we communicate in breaking. This is not choreographed at all. I'm just teaching in this way just so that you guys feel safe in the structure, but ideally, you know, when it comes to like how I learned, like I was going to different battles out here. I did not have a teacher. I went to the real thing. I was petrified. I was scared. I was going to fucking, excuse my language, I was going into like ground floor, when I was going to South Bronx. I was going to all these, you know, super bad neighborhoods. You know, people were, you know, they were hood. And they're all posted up and they're getting down. And I'm just this kid with the camera that just, I'm curious about the scene. And it was a lot. So I understand the fear and the anxiety that you might feel when asking you to cipher in front of people that you don't know. But I promise you that this is a lot easier, a lot safer than my experience. So if I can do it, you guys 1,000% can do it. Because I was like literally putting myself into the fire, you know, people that are now like real famous after they were coming up when I was new. But ideally what I want everybody to remember is this transition, again, is just nothing more for you to fall back into something. Because at the end of the class, I am going to ask us to show me one example of top run. I want you to show me one example of a go down. You can use the go down and run over right now if you choose. And then I would like you to just demonstrate some type of understanding of footwork, which is what we're about to go over right now. Okay? Does anybody feel that they need to go over this last step one more time, or do you feel like you move on? You mean the transition into?
Like after the transition into the transition to the floor.
Okay, yeah. So, again, we're gonna break that down into 3 levels, right? Like this is like the normal level, mid, and low. So after you guys do your own unique transition, step 1 is getting it through here. This is 1. This is 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 into mid. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 into low. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Kick, spin, step. And you land right here. You should be landing either on your right heel and or here. Or like your butt is kind of like resting in between both of your heels. Okay? And then from here, I want to go over some very, very minimal footwork. So the first step that I want to go over is probably like my favorite footwork step, which is called the 3-step. Okay? From here, we are going to take our right leg and we are going to kick it out just like that. Okay? All of my weight is shifting again on my left heel. And ideally, okay, everybody's doing it naturally. I don't even have to announce it. I was going to say, make sure you don't do this. But everybody's naturally doing this, which is like great. I'm happy. I'm genuinely happy to see that. So from here, this is step 1. This right leg is going to come in. We switch arms and we kick out. That is going to be step number 2. From here, I am going to switch my arms again. This is probably going to be the hardest part about the step. From here, I'm going to jump up and twist my hips and my chest down into the ground. In 3, 2, 1, just like that. This left arm does not move. My right arm then comes down to the floor. And if you guys all look underneath your legs so that you're able to see me, this right leg is going to kick underneath my left arm. And as I kick underneath my left arm with my right leg, I'm going to sit in an upright position on my left heel. Please watch and then go in 3, 2, 1, kick and sit. I saw what you were trying to do. You're going to sweep and go under, which is, yeah, I like that. But again, I'm going to get you something harder in a second. Now from here, I'm seeing a lot of us back here. I want us to come from back here and sit up. Yeah, sit all the way up. So right now, like you're still back here. Yep, sit all the way up. Yep, yep. There we go. Everybody should be on your left heel. Great. Now from here, I'm going to jump and switch my feet. Switch my arms. I should be at my left arm. And then I go back to step 3. Just like this. Right hand comes down. I kick and sit. Switch your feet. Switch your arms. And jump up. Right hand down. Kick and sit. Switch. Switch. Up. Down. Kick and sit. Switch. Switch. Up. Right hand down. Kick and sit. Switch. Switch. Up. Right arm down. Kick and sit. Switch. Switch. Up. Kick and sit. Switch. Switch. Up. Kick and sit. Switch. Switch. And so on and so forth. Okay? And that's your 3-step. I'm going to give you a hard variation right now. You ready? So for you, while you're transitioning, right? This is your normal one. Here, I want you to reverse. Right? And then from here, switch your feet, come up, and then reverse. And after you do that once, you're going to step and slide by reaching both of your arms out. Here, slide, just like that. Okay? And keep it going. So you're going to go in one direction, you're going to switch directions, go in the opposite direction, which is going to be reverse 3-step. And then after you unreverse it, when you get back to step 3, when you're here, you're going to use both of your arms, reach, pull, slide, kick, here, just like that. Boom. Okay? Just once. Once on each side. Okay? That's for you. Just so after you reverse it, once on each side, I leave that up to you. As long as I can see it. Okay? Does anybody want me to go over 3-step again?
Like here, how do we get there?
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Can you go over just a little bit for me? Thank you. So from here, we're going to kick out our right foot, and all of our weight goes back. So from here, I switch. Switch your feet. Switch your arms. Then we jump up together. Just like that. Face down. Kick and sit. Switch. Switch your arms. And jump up. Arm down. Kick and sit. Switch your feet. Switch your arms. Up. Down. Kick and sit. Switch. Switch. I want to be really clear that because I'm demonstrating, I'm going at a much slower rhythm than what you would be doing, I think, in real time. And I think that even for me, the slower you go, the harder footwork is in general. Because you're putting more weight than you normally would be doing this in real time. So ideally, again, I'm not going to be here, here, here. Like if I'm doing it for real, you know, I'm going to be here and then going into different types of movements like that. So that way, I really feel much weight on one hand because I'm consistently moving in motion. I'm consistently spinning. I'm doing little variations, things like that. I might go on my butt, spin again, and then I'll go back into it here, right? I might go in the opposite direction just to play with it. But I'm not going to just be sitting like this, and then this, and this, because this hurts. But I promise that when you're doing footwork naturally, it feels really, I don't know how to describe it. It's like this really deep high of, I don't know, it just feels good. I don't know how else to describe it, but when you get into like that flow state, like when it clicks and you're just like moving and you're not thinking and you're just feeling to the music, I promise you guys, it's like one of the best feelings. But for now, there will be a lot of uncomfortable pain. I hate to say that, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Breaking hurts, it's tough. You will eventually develop callus. If you don't want this, get a pair of gloves. I feel like a lot of like the boys are used to it, but with all of you being ladies, I'm not sure how you feel. I know some girls just don't want to get into breaking. It's like, oh, I don't want to fuck up my hands, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, let's show this a little bit more. I want to connect everything together. And then the last 2 minutes, only if you're comfortable, or actually even if you're not comfortable, I would ask you kindly to just try to connect everything together from what you took from today, and or things that you already know. And if you're new to breaking and you have other foundation under your belt, I don't have a problem with you mixing that in just to make you more comfortable move. But ultimately, I just, want to see some type of top rock, some form of go down, the 3-step and or any other footwork that naturally comes. Because you can make a footwork on the spot. Like, you don't have to, like, you know this already. Like, there's been so many times I got entered competitions and stuff, and I have no idea what I'm about to do. I'm just going to feel it out, and I end up doing something good because I'm trusting myself. But even if you all made beginners and breaking, like, I think during like my first week, like 1 week to like 3 years is when I was the most creative, like, because I was still trying to like develop my style, and I was just doing a bunch of abstract, weird stuff because I didn't master my foundation yet. But while you're still training, like the basics, just please don't be afraid to just explore. Because a lot of people feel that I just have to like stick to just this. Like I have to drill this, that, I have to drill this. I want you to do that, and also, again, just get into the habit of just playing with movement. Like no matter how slow you're going, and just seeing how this naturally feels. And see like where your body takes you, and just move it down, that's how you're gonna get better. But this has to be consistent as well, especially for like the people that don't know me. I'm really, I don't want to say strict, but I'm just really big on making sure that if you want to progress in this class, the majority of the work is not here, it's actually at home. So which is why I record, which is why I expect for everybody to take time to really look at your footage and take at least minimum 5 minutes of your very busy lives to just go over this stuff. Please, I'm like low-key begging you guys. With house and hip-hop and other styles, not so much because I think those styles are significantly easier than breaking, but with breaking in particular, like this is like an everyday thing. Not to deter you guys not to do this, but the best way that I've had some of my students stay consistent is like this is again the best way that I stay in shape. Like this increased my stamina, like it gave me the body that I always wanted, and it's just like the ultimate workout for me. So yeah. Alright, let's wrap everything together. And if you guys need a little bit more time to dabble with the 3-step, I can set a quick timer for that because we are approaching time. We got 4 minutes left. Do we feel comfortable going straight into ciphering right now, or do you guys want to use these last 4 minutes to go over anything? This is me asking everybody in the room. If nobody has anything, I shall move forward to ciphers. If anybody wants to go over any of the top rock, any of the go downs, any footwork, and not to put you guys on the spot, I'm just saying because, we got like 4 minutes left. And if nobody has nothing to say, then we'll just keep moving. Okay, so I will take your silence as we are good to go. Can you get into a giant U, like open circle, starting from here to here, like, yeah, this is perfect. So again, this is the time where we motivate each other, we hype each other up, we're having a conversation. Ideally, when you're done with your set or your round, I would like for you to try to make eye contact with somebody in the circle to welcome and or invite them in. Because again, this is the conversation. It's not like, hey, like, you know, I'm better than everybody else, all right, y'all are at peace. Because some people do cycle like that, but that's not the intention of, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Axel. Some people at jams, they're acting like they're the best and everything, but that's not the type of energy that I want to really promote right now. I want you guys to feel good and safe to make mistakes, to just try something new, you know. You don't have to play it safe here, but this is just more so I have an understanding of what you took from today, and that's it. Okay? Put up the music a little bit. All right. you guys all so much. Announcements. This Saturday. This Saturday is the 25th, yeah? Okay, wait. Okay. Alright, so I'll make that announcement next week. But for this Friday, there is an event that I think I mentioned about a month ago to some of you. The event is called Soul No More. This is a party that really got me out of my shell. This is where I really got deep into just like the street dance, the club dance culture when it comes to breaking, doing house, doing hustle. And anybody who's interested in going to this event, please let me know because I'm now collecting names to add to the guest list. Normally tickets are like $60. But if you're a fan of this live music, from jazz to house to funk to salsa to they play all so much genres. Just I found just like really good dance music. Please let me know. And if not, that's all good. But I just wanted to extend the invitation for that. It's free. It's Friday. And I think that is it. If you guys have any questions, I'll be around for a few minutes before I leave. But again, thank you guys so much for coming again. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to DM me, message me, talk to me after class. And if not, again, have a great week. Alright? Thank you guys.
Oh.